Okay, I brought this little guy over here to the table, and you can see that he's pretty stuck in there. So all I do is I use Q-tips and warm water and nothing sharp, because you can see that there are little blood vessels. So if I just moisten this membrane with the water, you can see that there are little blood vessels in it. And I've waited quite a long time to help it dry up as much as possible and ensure that this little guy has absorbed as much of the yolk as possible, but I still leave him in. So all I do is slide the Q-tip underneath this membrane that's here, and what I typically do is press against it to tamponade or close off blood vessels that might be active in that area. So I just am pressing against my Q-tip to squish the membrane, and I'll do that, checking for active blood vessels there before I give it a little bit of a pull. And that's all I do. So I'll just carefully work my way, giving him a little bit of a buffer to be able to break free. So on this side, I'm just making sure I have a really good visual of the membrane. There's no big blood vessels that I'm about to break. And I just pull. So I'll show you here. Make sure it's nice and moist. Hi, little guy. And I don't know if you can see that there, but it looks like it's pretty clear. I can see my Q-tip pretty easily, and there's no major blood vessels that I'm going to break. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a little here and separate. My shell's getting in the way. I can see that I can pull my shell back because it's separated from the membrane, and it's not going to cause any bleeding. I don't know if you can see into there, but I'm just going to take off the shell on the side carefully. Now here it's attached to the membrane. Oh no, it's not. It's okay. Anywhere where it is attached, you want to be really careful, because pulling it could break open those blood vessels and cause too much bleeding. So I can just moisten this now. I've been hatching ducks for 3 or 4 years now, and there always seems to be some that get shrink wrapped into this inner membrane, and I think it has to do with the humidity in the incubator. We don't have this problem with chickens usually, but ducks, another story. Okay, so I'm just slowly pulling away. Sometimes I do bring a little pair of scissors here to kind of guide it in the right direction, but I didn't do that this time. I can push if there's any blood vessels, but oh, hello, little friend. Hello. We can see this little one curled up inside. You don't want to keep them out of the incubator too long, so I often do this in stages, 2 or 3. So I'll just pull this back a bit. This membrane is actually really dried up compared to some that I've seen. Now, if along the way you were to get any bleeding, like you see a little blood vessel that's broken, you would just apply pressure, so underside and the outside, wherever that bleed is, and you would just pinch it off with your finger to control any bleeding, just in case it is still coming from a blood supply attached to the duckling. So I'm just slowly loosening up this membrane that's around this little guy, and you can see I'm kind of starting to squirm a bit. Just peeling off. Now you can see actually I've just caused a tiny bit of bleeding right here, but it's not a major one, so it's no problem. Alright, and if I can, just kind of push the membrane back instead of ripping it, even better. My little friend, welcome to the world, hey? Sometimes I'll just give them a little bump. Moisten this membrane. Oh, hello, little friend. You ready to meet us? Hello. Sometimes their little head is loose enough at this stage that it'll just come out. You'll see, let gravity do a little bit of work. Once they're out, they're usually quite exhausted. So he'll look really floppy to start, but he'll perk up. Hello, little friend. Sometimes getting a little wing out. See the little wing there? Hello. See if your little head will come out. There we go. So oftentimes I'll get the head. Well, welcome to the world, little friend. And I will leave them like this. So I'm going to put him back into the incubator in case he's got a little bit of yolk yet left to absorb, but then he can kick out himself too. Welcome to the world, little friend. Oh my gosh. Hello. All right, I'll go and put him back now.